Die Hard 3.75 here with another video. In this one, we're going to take a look at some Eagle Force figures from Fresh Monkey Fiction. We've got the Goblin and Savitar. Okay, let's quickly look at the packaging for the Blade Cuts Both Ways Eagle Force. What do we have? What are their names again? We've got the Goblin and Savitar. Now, I think this is only the second time I've featured Fresh Monkey Fiction uh, action figures on my channel. That's not in a haul. I did open up one in a random opening, and it is an excellent figure. And I've opened lots of Fresh Monkey Fiction figures, just not here on the channel. So I thought, you know what, we should do this. These are awesome figures. They're not easy to get now. They do constantly sell out, so you've got to pre-order these when they come up. I have heard the rumblings that in January there's going to be another pre-order coming up, and in the 100 or the 25th anniversary of Big Bad, they did release another Eagle Force figure for pre-order. I'm not sure if that's still open or not, but they are kind of trickling out. But it looks like January there's going to be a new pre-order opening up, or Kickstarter. I'm not quite sure which or both. But here we have the Goblin, and we've got Savitar. These are really cool. They're got the Velcro sort of opening here where it's like a book. There's a comic sort of cross sell in there. Window box for the figure. These are collector friendly. There's a brief bio and another cross sell of some of the figures. It was Frank Walsh. Frank Walsh was the figure that I opened here on the channel in a random opening, and he is an excellent figure. Always been really happy with all of these figures that I've gotten from Fresh Monkey Fiction. But you can see, very similar. This is number 4, and this is number 2 here. And the bio here is the same. The cross sell is the same. Awesome, collector friendly. Oh, I should say though that the comic though inside is different. You can see there. But I will be putting these back in the package when I'm done with them. I am more inclined to keep these than the cards that slide over the bubble, just because these kind of stack up easier. And these kind of go a little bit with some of the Joy Toy stuff. When Joy Toy was doing those little boxes like this. But I like this. I like this packaging. It's cool. I think the comic book page is a good idea to tell a little bit more of the story. Nice window there to see the figure inside. Okay, that's enough about the packaging. Let's get them open. And now here is the Goblin and Savitar out of packaging. And you can see there is so many accessories with these guys. I've had them out for a few minutes, playing around with them, kind of seeing all the options that we have here. And there are a lot. There are a lot. You basically, I think almost every Fresh Monkey Fiction Eagle Force figure, there's multiple characters in each package. So these guys are just the same. There's 3 heads in each that come with each figure for 3 possible characters. This one, because he comes with different masks, there's even more, technically, I guess there's even more characters that you can kind of create, because 2 of the 3 heads can swap out for the mask. Not the most exciting figures because they are just 2 guys in suits. The buck is exactly the same. The suit is the same. The only thing different are the accessories, the heads, and the color of the suits. You got a blue suit here with a red tie and a gray vest. We've got a black suit here with a black tie and a black vest with a white shirt. He's got the black shirt. So not a lot of variation between the figures. Again, not the most exciting figures, but what makes these guys so exciting is all of the accessories and all the customizing that you can do if you want to. Let's see. Let's go over the articulation really quick because they are both the same, and that's probably the easiest thing to explain. These are your sort of standard Fresh Monkey Fiction Ego Force bucks, but with a suit. So he's got this sort of soft rubber plastic overlay that is, it's pliable, and it allows him to be able to sit down if you want. It's not overly hard or in the way, but he does have a ball jointed barbell head neck. He's got ball jointed shoulders, elbows, and he has hinged wrists. Now he comes with, what was it, 9? I think it was 10 sets of hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pairs of hands with, and he has one extra single hand that's pointing finger. The trigger hands hinge up and down. The fists and the gripping hands hinge in and out, and I think the chopping hand here is also a hinge up and down. He's got the ball joint at the waist, but again, it's a little bit limited because of the jacket. Ball hinged hips, again, a little bit, can't totally get that split without lifting up that jacket there because it does want to keep them down. Thigh swivel, double hinge knee, and he does have a pivot rocker ankle, but it's a little bit hindered by the cuff of the pants, so you don't really get a rocker action in it too much, very little, but you do get a little bit of a down and a little bit of an up. So he's a little limited at the ankle and a little limited at the waist because of the suit. It's all because of the sculpt of the suit, the overlay here. Same exact for the Goblin here. This head sculpt here, you can see this is like an older Asian gentleman. Does look like he has a little bit of a scar between the eyes, down the face. Mustache. Stand him up here. He also comes with this younger gentleman here. He has a little scar on his eyebrow there. And then we've got the sunglass version of a different guy. So we've got 3 different portraits here for 3 different characters. This always leads to me, and I know a lot of people buying more than one of every figure because you've got all these extra heads, or sometimes you're buying them because you just want some of these accessories that are singular to each one. In this case here, this guy, which one is he? The Savitar. He comes with this little koala bear. As soon as I saw this koala bear, I knew I wanted this guy. But you can see he's there. Little beady eyes on him. I think you can see those. Move the light a little bit, maybe that'll help. Very nice, sculpted, painted. He is a static figure. He does just sit there, but he is pretty cool. Only koala bear I have, I think, at this scale. He also comes with this AK-47 in chrome and in silver. Very nice. Wood stock, wood handle, wood grip. Actually has a little bit of a drilled barrel, I think you can see there. He also comes with this pistol. And these 2 katana swords. Both appear to be the same. One is longer, one is shorter, same hilt. Got like a nice red grip with some black in between the grooves there. Gold highlights. Both fit into these scabbards, I think they're called. Again, gripping hands. Every pair of hands he has in gloves and without gloves. There's a couple exceptions. The chopping hands are the only ones with no glove. Remember, he has that pointing hand that I pointed out, but doesn't have it in a glove. I think that's pretty much it. He also comes with this piece. It took me a second to figure it out. They both have it, but it looks like it is a pin here so that you can put the swords in. So you can carry the swords. And I opened this guy first. And so I was like, what are those extra holes there for? But you'll see in the goblin here, who's got the same thing going on. He's got the same swords, but in different color. He's got black and gold instead of red and gold. He also comes with the size. And I believe those little holes there are for the size. So I think it's meant to go like this, and he can carry all of his bladed weapons on his back like so. Just gotta put that one in there. Let's go over these two heads first. So here's another sunglassed faced portrait. This time he has sort of a gray hair. And this one here looks to be the same head, but different hair color. And then he's got this second portrait here, but it has the opening for the masks. So you can put this head on and still use the mask. So 2 of the 3 heads allow you to change out the mask. I did change out the mask once already. It's very easy to do. You actually just pull it right off. You can see there, it had one of the green masks on in the packaging, and the plastic did bleed onto the face. I think you can see that there. It doesn't matter though, really, right? Because once the masks are on, it covers it. But just be aware of that the green masks, it does look like they do bleed. The plastic does bleed. So you got 3 options there. And these are a softer, again, kind of the same material. It feels like the suit jacket's kind of made out of like a soft rubber, soft plastic. This one was a little bit deformed out of the package. You can see there it doesn't quite hug the face right there where it should. And then he's got this. All right, and here he is with the full mask on. This is a nice red mask. I would worry though that because it is red and it covers his whole head, that if you left this on, it would bleed out, kind of like the green one. So I wouldn't leave that one on all day or all night, maybe just for photos or when you're playing with them and you're posing them. But I wouldn't leave that one on overnight. That's just me. I actually thought this gold one looked the best, it fit the best. And there he is, fully fitted out. I put the size in there, both katanas, and there he is. So these guys are cool. There's a lot of figures, or a lot of accessories here, a lot of customized options. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned too, they do come with the standard Eagle Force stand with 2 pegs to fit the peg holes in the heels there. Lots of stuff, guys. Really good figures. Not the most exciting ones though, I admit. You know, they're guys in suits. But if you need some, some henchmen, some assassins, some bodyguards, maybe these guys, maybe they work for the Triad or something like that. Great figures to use in that way. I like them a lot. These guys are going to kind of lead one of my bad guy factions. I think they're going to be working with Cobra a lot. But yeah, very good figures. I think the best setup is probably maybe that red mask with this. I think that might look the best, but I just wouldn't leave, I wouldn't leave this mask on, overnight or anything, or store him with this mask on. His eyes do peer out. It does fit quite well. His eyes do peer out from the holes in the mask. So very good, very good. I think I like the black suit better, but I think the The weapons and the accessories for Savitar are a little bit better because you get the koala, you get the AK, and the pistol in silver. I think I missed the pistol over here. This is the same gun, but in black, solid black. But with this one, you get the masks, you get the size. So a little bit of different, a little bit the same. Both very good figures. Maybe not for everybody because they aren't the most exciting figures, but I really like them. I think they're great. With all Fresh Monkey figures, you know, though, you've got to pre-order them, you've got to jump on the wagon before it gets going because they do sell out. They do get quite expensive on the secondary market. So if you're interested at all, you know, you got to get in early. You got to pre-order from Big Bad right when they go up. And that is really the only way to go to save yourself some money. So that is the figures. Let's do a quick size comparison and we'll wrap it up. Okay, here's the Goblin and Savitar next to a couple of Star Wars Hasbro Vintage Collection figures. We've got Boba Fett on this side, and we've got Chrysanthemum on this side. Chrysanthemum is about 4 1/4. He's a bit big for a Vintage Collection figure, and Boba Fett is a 375. So you can see that these guys are just about 375, maybe a tad taller. They're not a true, well, they're a true 118, but these guys happen to be on the shorter side. They're not quite as tall as some of the other figures. They're not 4 inches. I think they're actually by about 3 1/4, maybe a tad under 4. But you can see there, Chrysanthemum is quite a bit bigger than them, and they're just about the same size, little tad taller than the 375 Boba Fett. So maybe they are just about 4 inches. Okay, and here are a couple of Acid Rain Toys Alliance figures with Savitar and the Goblin. We've got Hidoshi and one of the Red Crows, and I've pretty much had these guys out ever since I opened them. They're two of my favorite right now. They're always close by, but they are a true 118, and you can see, like most Acid Rain figures, they are a bit bulky. Their proportions are a bit longer, his arms, legs, etc. But I still think they work in scale. It does look like these two are just covered in armor, which they are, and these guys are in suits, which they are, so they're a lot thinner, but I still think scale-wise it works. All right, let's look at these two compared to a couple of the Jakks Pacific Altered Beast creatures, figures. We've got the Were-Dragon and the Werewolf. I can't remember his name. Both videos of these two are on the channel. They are 118, they claim to be, but they're mostly about 5 inches or bigger. But I kind of feel like the genre kind of matches these two, being that, you know, the Goblin's kind of a supernatural kind of a thing and spiritual. So just thought I'd put these guys in there. You could see that they still work together. It's the great thing about these Altered Beast creatures and your normal or average size 118, 375 Fresh Monkey Fiction or any line really. So you can see here they're both crouched over a little bit, the Were-Dragon more than the Wolf, but you can see I think they still scale really well. All right, guys, so in conclusion, actually before I wrap it up, I should point out I did miss something on the articulation. They don't have the barbell head. It's just a regular ball jointed head, but what they do have is the ball joint at the collarbone. So just under the tie there, there's another ball joint around the collarbone. So it's a ball joint at the head and then a ball joint at the collar. So there's an extra point of articulation there. It's not a double barbell. I think I mentioned that it was a double barbell. It is not. All right, so here they are. I kind of fitted them out a little bit different. Changed the head, changed the mask, filled this guy out with all his weapons. He's carrying the koala bear now. I love that look with the AK. But yeah, these are really good figures, guys. I don't know how easy they are to get now, just because, like I mentioned, that the Fresh Monkey stuff, it's a small independent company. The minimum order quantity is very low. You've got to pre-order them. They're probably quite expensive now in the secondary market, but I would suggest keeping an eye on Big Bad. I mentioned earlier that the rumor is that in January, there's going to be a pre-order going up or a Kickstarter or both. So I'd pay attention. I'll definitely, hang out on my channel. When it comes up, I will let you guys know. But if you hear about it before I do, let me know, because I'm going to grab some more of these guys. They're great figures. I can recommend them. I would try to grab them if you see them at a good price. So that's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.